Hi there, Cancer. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from Nosy. So today we're going to be looking at your love messages. It's a general reading, so the rules might get reversed, or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for the extended and also a personal reading with me, okay? Take a deep breath, Cancer. One more shuffle. Okay, so this is going to be a you versus them format. We're going to be looking at your overall energy, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? Ooh, Cancer. In your overall energy for the now, you have the Seven of Pentacles and you also have the King of Swords. What is challenging you have the Knight of Wands. You could be dealing here with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or a fire sign. But I feel that there's something here about you waiting for your return of investment. You feel that, yeah, there's something here about waiting. But the thing is that whoever it is that you're waiting on, if you're waiting on somebody, yeah, you're not waiting fondly. It's not as if like you're going to be welcoming them with an open arm. No, because I feel that you got some sort of receipts here. You got some sort of, you see how this king is holding this book like, yeah, I know something about you that you may think I don't know, and you gotta deal with my source. You gotta deal with my logic. There's something here that you need to explain. There's something here that you need to face. There's something here that you need to take accountable for before I do anything about you. And I feel that you're not really going to be the one who's like up in their face and be like, this is what you've done, but you're kind of like quite waiting for whatever it is that they want to say. That's what I'm getting. Now, in your overall challenges, you have the Knight of Wands. Like I said earlier, you could be dealing here with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I feel that it has a lot more to do with, you could be dealing with somebody who is a bit non-committal, somebody who is, coming and going, it's a bit hot and cold, or somebody who's just not very responsible, somebody who does things out of impulse without really thinking the impact of it to you. Okay, so in the past, this person has a Knight of Cups and also the Seven of Swords. Ooh, so you could be dealing with the charmer here. From your side, you have the King of Pentacles and also the Three of Pentacles. You were offering stability to somebody and you were willing to collaborate with this person. I feel that some of you also ruminate and limerent and fantasize a lot about this person. Now, one question that you need to ask yourself here, Cancer, is were you in love with the real them, or were you in love with the version of them that you created inside of their head? I think that's the message that I'm getting here. Because with the Seven of Swords here, there could be a triangulation. But again, I'm not really fond of saying triangulation or third-party situations in a YouTube reading, because this is a very general reading. But there's also something here about there's a part of them that is being hidden, or it's like I feel that this person wasn't really showing you who they truly are. Okay? And I feel that you've gotten signs after signs after signs about this person. But again, I feel that you guys were head over heel. You like the version of them that you created inside their head. You fell in love with your hopes and expectations of them instead of the reality of them. Now, in the present moment, you have the Ace of Swords and also the Emperor. I feel that you guys are trying to take back control over your life. You guys are very strong and you guys are very solid in your position right now. And I feel that you wanted to have some sort of clarity here, and I feel that you have gotten them. Okay? This person, on the other hand, they have the Nine of Swords and also the Nine of Wands. They're scared of you. Scared in a way that, because you got them figured. Now, the thing about dealing with people who is a bit of an avoidant, or somebody who have done wrong things to you, when you tell them and you communicate to them the things that they've done to hurt you, it kind of like creates some sort of shame, you know? To a point that if, whoever it is that you're dealing with, if they're mature enough, they're willing to reflect and take accountability. But if they're not, then they would have the tendency to push you away and then start creating a narrative on their own about that's not really what happened. That's not what I meant. Like even a serial killer will have a justification about why they kill people. You know what I mean? So don't be kind of like quite surprised if you find yourself dealing with somebody who, even if you tell a third party about it, let's say, for instance, your friends or your family about it, and they can plainly see that what they did is wrong, that person could possibly be denying that they're wrong because the truth, the reality, and taking accountability for it is way too much to handle to a point where they have to push you away. I'm not the type of person who really agrees on in a relationship there's always one villain and one saint. No, because I feel that there's always going to be somebody, you know, it's a dynamic. It takes two to tango. Now, in the future, you have the Seven of Wands and also the Judgment. I feel that you are creating your own bubble. You're creating a safe space, a safe distance between you and this person, because I feel that, I don't know, there's something about every time they get into you, or it's like you feel not safe in your body. So I feel that, especially with the Saturn card here, I feel that you are trying to withdraw yourself away from this person even further. Now, what's interesting in the future is that you have the Hierophant and also the High Priestess. So we're going to clarify what this means, yeah? But if you're single and ready to mingle, there's going to be somebody here who has a potential to have a very high level of commitment with you. Now, if you end up doing this, Cancer, you're... Yeah, there's going to be somebody here who's going to be wanting to offer you something because they feel some sort of like a spiritual connection with you. We're going to clarify in a moment who that is, okay? Now let's start clarifying your reading here, Cancer. So I want to clarify the Nine of Swords and also the Ace of Swords. Okay, let's clarify the Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords, clarify about the Two of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and also the Eight of Pentacles. I feel that this Ace of Swords has a lot to do with you getting in touch with reality and also starting to really think about, does this person will ever be able to give me the kind of collectively happy union that I deserve? Am I working on a relationship that is the Ten of Cups? Because the Ten of Cups is very different than the Nine of Cups, right? The Nine of Cups, we're talking about somebody's own emotional fulfillment. When we're talking about the Ten of Cups, it's not only my happiness, but it's also your happiness and everybody who is involved. So you're thinking about that, and I feel that you guys are going to be surrounding yourself with like a lot of people who are positive to a point where you are going to get this clarity. You know what I mean? Like every time the thing is that when you be in a very negative situation and then you hang out with, or you surround yourself with a positive situation, you start to feel the difference. Like, oh, this one feels better. So I feel that that's what you guys are going to be doing here in the present moment. Now, from this person's side, they have the Nine of Swords, clarified by the King of Cups, the Judgment, and also the Fool. This person feels that you guys are judging them. This person feels that you guys are, because they kind of like wanted to be free, yeah? That's the kind of emotional availability that they're very comfortable in. And when you try to like make them somebody whom they are not, they get uncomfortable because it makes them feel very incapable. And again, like I said, shame starts to come up. Okay, let's clarify the Nine of Wands and also the Emperor. There's something here that they're anticipating from you, Cancer. Let's see. Clarify the Nine of Wands, Five of Swords, Four of Cups, Two of Swords. Let's see from your side with the Emperor. Okay. Look at you not giving a damn. This person is anticipating, I'm not going to say expecting, but they're kind of like anticipating you to do something, okay? Maybe they are expecting you guys to lash out or something, or I don't know, but they're ready. You know, it's like they've been rehearsing every sort of scenario that they could come up because they're anticipating something from you. And they're very scared of you, and they're also very scared of you finally emotionally distancing yourself away from this. Now, from your side, the Emperor, clarified by the Five of Cups, the Star, and also the Hangman. Although the situation still lingers on you, like the pain, the emotion, sometimes you feel the pang. You know what I mean? Healing is not scheduled. Sometimes it's a spiral, it's a wave. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it goes. But I feel that you are much more focusing on your own wish fulfillment, your healing. But they're also like, I don't know, like, even if you guys are focusing on your dreams or your goals or your healings, there's something here about them not approving it. Like, this person, you trigger so much in them to a point that at this present moment, they are a bit of a hater, okay? It's like everything that you do to heal yourself or everything that you try to do to achieve your goals, let's say, for instance, is wrong in their eyes. Like, your goal is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Like, it's triggering to a point that right now they're becoming a hater. Okay, let's clarify the Hierophant and also the Seven of Wands. Okay, let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Clarify the High Priestess. Your love life is about to get really interesting. Let me finish, okay? Let me finish. Clarify the Judgment. Okay. Okay, so the Hierophant, clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Five of Wands, and also the World. From your side, you have the Seven of Wands, clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and also the Page of Wands. I feel that this person right now is doing something that is off coping mechanism, okay? And I think you know about that. It's either they're burying their head in work or shopping or workaholic or I don't know, okay? But there's some sort of something that they're using as a way to cope. Why? They're angry at you too, you know? They're also mad at you. So you're not the only person here who's mad at them, but they're also mad at you. I feel that in the future, Cancer, this person is, so this is your past person, okay, who is going to want to solve everything between you two. This person is going to come to you because, again, okay, I'm done with my coping mechanism. They're not really happy coping, whatever it is that they're doing, and they're going to get away from it, and they're going to come to you, but still carrying a little bit of an anger within them. And we'll try to talk it out with you to a point where all of the feelings that they felt, the good and the bad, is going to come out, because they feel that, I'm just going to do it once and for all, and I want to get this off my chest. I want to get this off my head. From you guys are going to be very defensive, because it's going to take you by surprise, this conversation or this burst of messages that they're going to be communicating to you. And you're not really sure whether you should trust it or not. Whether this person is trying to play the victim, or they're trying to manipulate me, or whatever. But there's that sense of you. But I feel that by the time you're a Cancer, right? You're a very nurturing, loving person. I know this for a fact, because I dealt with some Cancer suns, and I'm a Cancer moon and a Cancer rising myself. So there's a part of you who is being a bit motherly and feel bad too with this person. So that's that. Once everything gets off of their chest, they're going to feel better. And they're just going to be there to wait for your lead. So whatever conversation or talk that you have in the future, and where it's going to be leading, is fully up to you. Because you're going to be the one who leads this. They're going to be the one who follows. If you're dealing with, I don't know, it's just me and my Indonesian culture, because I'm kind of quite traditional myself, where I like the men to lead where the relationship is going, you know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, just so you know that the conversation and how it's going to end up is fully up to you. If you're going to be very honest with them about your standard, or the receipt that you have, and how they need to phase your sorts, like right now, the energy that you have right now, right? And that's fully up to you. But building this, you're going to have to be the one that leads. You're going to be the one to tell them what you want and whether or not they could fulfill it, because I feel they're just going to get along with it. You know what I mean? They're just going to get along with it. They're just going to follow you wherever you lead. Okay? Okay, let's pull some advice card for you here, Cancer. Three of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Surround yourself with a lot of positive people. The thing is that when you are, especially if you come not from a very happy family, you don't really have a good example of what a good relationship dynamic looks like, or what a good marriage looks like. So I feel that you need to be surrounding yourself with people who have what you want, because I feel that right now you're trying to manifest here the 10 of Pentacles, right? The happily ever after, the happy family, and all that. Try to be closer to those people who that, oh, I love their relationship, I love their marriage, I love their family. I'm going to get closer to them, so that I'm going to be vibrating on the same frequency as them, so that I know, so this is going to be my new familiar. Okay, this is going to be my familiar heaven, no longer my unfamiliar heaven. Because I feel that you've been attracting relationship, you've been attracting people based off of the kind of love that you used to know. Make this, or meet people who is then going to be teaching you about, the kind of love that I'm supposed to be in, or the kind of love that is going to be my new normal this time. Okay? So I think that is it from reading for you here, Cancer. Oh yeah, by the way, with the 6 of Swords in here, don't get yourself involved with a lot of dramas. Don't get yourself involved Don't every time you see, oh wow, like toxicity, I love crying. Let's not do that, okay? Like, focus on the main goal, which is the Ten of Pentacles, okay? So I think that is it from reading for you here, Cancer. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you guys been looking for, and I'll see you on the extended. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.